We are in the 15th session of Mundakopanishad with Swamiji. We are now in section 2 of chapter 1. I welcome everyone here. The last half hour, as usual, is set aside for question and answers with Swamiji. Swamiji, we have a request. Last week, as the audio was not very clear, we missed out a few portions of the talk. If possible, could Swamiji please give us a brief summary of that? Sri Omnath Samanvaya will be chanting 2 Shanti mantras for us this morning. The first Shanti mantram is from the Shukla Yajurvedam, which begins with Purnamadam Purnamidam. This will be followed by the Shanti mantram of Atharva Veda, which begins with Bhadram Karnebihi. Sri Omnath.
Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Bhadram Karnebhih Shrunuyama Devāh Bhadram Pashyemakshabhiryajatra Tirairangaistustuvām sastanubhihi Vyashemadevahitam yadayuhu Swastina Indro Vruddhashravāha Swastina Pusha Viśvavedaha Swastina Starksyo Arishtanemehe Swastina Brihaspatir Dadhatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryandam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Bhadram Karnebhih Shrunuyama Devāh Bhadram Pashyemakshabhiryajatra Sthirairangaistustuvām sastanubhihi Vyashemadevahitam yadayuhu Swasti na Indro Vruddhashravāha Swasti nah Pusha Vishwavedaha Swasti nah Tarkshyo Arishtaneme Swasti no Brihaspatir Dadhatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Oh. We are now studying the second Khanda of first Mundaka. So far, we have seen 4 mantras. But in the last session, the internet network was not at all working well. So the last part, that is the 4th mantra, we have to take again. So in the first mantra, it was said, those teachings are the revelations rishis gave through Vedas, mantras. We must accept them as the truth, and we have to observe with diligence all those karmas that has been taught by rishis through karma kanda, through the mantras. Take them as true, the message or the teaching as true, and you people perform those karmas in your life. This is the only way for you in this world of karma. So we are in the world of karma. We are here with human body. So the human life is we are leading this life in the karma kshetra. We have this identification with this body, and body is a kurukshetra. It's a karma kshetra. So as long as this identification is there, we have to observe the teachings of rishis and perform those karmas which are enjoined by them. This is the only way in this world of karma. When we are above the world, that is the world of karma, it is something different. There is no karma left for them. But as long as we are in this world, as long as we are a part of this world, we have to. There is no other way. There is no way to escape from the obligation. So we have to. We must do karma. So it is said, Yeshava Pantha Sukritasya Loke. This is the way, this is the only way in the world of karma. And how to perform? Then it is said, we have to learn from Guru, practice in their presence, and through repeated performance, we have to be masters in the field of karma. Then we will understand. We will have that know-how with it, how to perform. So it is said here, when the fire is flaring up or flaming up, then you offer at the proper place. This proper place we will realize through a traditional study and training, of course. And so you perform Vaidika karma. But then the third mantra, it is said, it is very difficult. It is not an easy task. Because if a man is performing Agnihotra with all care, faith, and he is performing diligently as per the teachings of rishis, but if he is not performing or observing darsha and paurnamas, those yajnas which are to be performed on the black moon and full moon day, and if he is not observing Chadurmasya yajna, he is doing Agnihotra but not performing Chadurmasya, or those yajnas which are to be performed in the autumnal season, and if he is not worshipping atithis, guests in his house, or if he is not offering properly, or if he is doing without observing Vaishwadeva, that is Vaishwadeva Kriya are to be observed as a part of Agnihotra. So with certain mantras which are prescribed in Rigveda Samhita, we are doing this Vaishwadeva, and it is actually observing Panchamahayajna also. So if one man is doing Agnihotra without all these, that is without darsham, without paurnamasam, without chadurmasyam, without agrayanam, atithi, if he is doing ahudam, avaishwadevam, without vaishwadevam, avidhinahutam, if he is doing so, what is the effect? Asaptaman tasya lokanhi. The same Agnihotra which will take you to the celestial heights, that will kill 7 generations, 3 forward, 3 backward, and one's own generation. Or it will take away 7 words, that is beginning with bhu, bhuhu, bhuvaha, suvaha, mahaha, janaha, tapaha, satya. That is beginning from earth, this world, that yajamana, that master will lose all the worlds up to Brahma. So that is the problem. So it is not at all easy to fulfill this Vedic karma kanda. But there is no other way than to do. You cannot escape. As long as we have the identification with the body, and as long as we are part of this world, the world of karma, we must observe. There is no other way. So how to do? Knowingly we have to do. We have to do with proper understanding. And for that, the 7 tongues of Agni are mentioned here. Yeah, this is not Karmakanda, this is Upanishad. And so we can see only simple mentioning here. For explanations and details, we have to go to Karmakanda and we have to learn from experts in Karmakanda. Here, Shruti is giving simple references. See, kālī, karālī ca manojavā ca sulohitā sudhūmravarṇā sphuliṅginī viśvarucī ca devī lelāyamānā ide sapta jihvāḥ. kālī, karālī ca manojavā ca sulohitā sudhūmravarṇā sphuliṅginī viśvarucī ca devī lelāyamānā ide sapta jihvāḥ. Ide sapta jihvāḥ. These are the 7 tongues. How are they? Lelāyamānā. Lelāyamānā, they are flaming up. They are flaming up. These 7 tongues are there. So when we see the fire burning or flaming, we will see just the flame of fire. One flame of fire that we are seeing. But when experts in Agnihotra, Karmakanda, see the same Agni, they will recognize, they will identify this is that, this is that. All the 7 tongues. And what is to be offered to a particular tongue, they know that. They will observe that. See, when we are seeing a rainbow, an enchanting vision it is. And what we are seeing, a beautiful blend of different colors. But we are not differentiating those colors. A beautiful blend of many colors we are seeing. But experts in that field, that is in the field of the study of lights, they will differentiate. This is the violet part. This is the red part. This is the yellow part. So they will differentiate. The 7 colors. For us, it is only a rainbow. But for them who know in detail, for them, it is a blend of 7 colors. And again, within each color, they will differentiate still. In the same way here also, for us, fire is fire. And at the most, we will recognize that the fire is flaming up, there ends the matter. But for the experts, they will identify each and every tongue of the fire and offer accordingly. And so it is said, kālī, karālī, manojavā, sulohitā, sudhūmravarṇā, sphuliṅginī, viśvarucī. The Shabda Devi we have to add with all. That is kālī Devi, karālī Devi, manojavā Devi, sulohitā Devi, sudhūmravarṇā Devi, sphuliṅginī Devi, viśvarucī. These are the 7. So why it is said here? We can go to the next mantra. Eteṣu yaścarate bhrājamāneṣu yathākālaṃ cāhutayohyādadāyan tannayantyetāḥ sūryasya raśmayo yatra devānāṃ patireko'dhivāsaḥ eteṣu yaścarate bhrājamāneṣu yathākālaṃ cāhutayohyādadāyan tannayantyetāḥ sūryasya raśmayo yatra devānāṃ patireko'dhivāsaḥ eteṣu yaha charate bhrājamāneṣu yathākālaṃ cha cāhutayahyādadāyan hi ādadāyan tam nayanti etaḥ sūryasya raśmayah yatra devānāṃ patihi ekah adhivāsaḥ. Eteṣu, in these. Eteṣu means in these. Yaha, one who. Charate is moving. Here it would mean one who is offering, one who is acting, performing. That's the meaning here. But the word meaning is charate, moving. Bhrājamāneṣu. Bhrājamānam means that which is flaming. That which is flaming. So bhrājamāneṣu, in those which are flaming. It is the plural form. Yathākālaṃ. Yathākālaṃ means on time or with promptness. Yathākālaṃ. He āhutayahyā, offerings, ādadāyan. Ādadāyan, those who are giving. So the meaning is one who is observing this Agnihotra promptly, that is on time, by offering different offerings in these tongues of fire, eteṣu, in these tongues of fire. So 7 tongues of fire are referred in the 4th mantra, and in this 5th mantra, eteṣu, when we say eteṣu, in these That would mean in these tongues of fire. So in these tongues of fire, what is to be offered to Kali, that material, that ajyam or that havis must be offered. When we prepare some food in our house, the same item will be served to different age groups differently. The material will be the same, but we will offer to our little kid in a way, and to an elder man in another way. The material will be the same, but the range of cooking may differ, or how it is offered, that may differ, and how we are offering, that also will differ. In the same way, those experts in the karma, they will identify each and every tongues of Agni, and accordingly they will offer to these 7 tongues: kālī, karālī, manojavā, sulohitā, sudhūmravarṇā, sphuliṅginī, viśvarucī. So how they are flaming up, accordingly they will give. Each flaring up or flaming up is considered as this Agni is asking for offer. You give me, give me. Accordingly they will give. So one who is offering in these 7 tongues, how yathākālaṃ, with promptness. That means when a particular tongue asks for an offering, then it is the time to offer, not after a minute. After a minute, another tongue will ask. So when the time is, that aspect is most important. So yathākālaṃ cāhutayohyādadāyan. Offering, he is offering. He is giving. He is giving offer. Tam nayanti etāḥ sūryasya raśmayo. Etāḥ, these. Sūryasya raśmayo, the rays of sun. Rays of sun. Nayanti are leading. In the plural, nayati. Nayati is leading. The singular, nayanti is plural. So they are leading him. So they are leading him means they will lead him. Here it is said nayanti, leading, are leading. It is in the present tense. But when we understand this mantra, we will have to take as they will lead in the future. Because he is offering now, and as a result of that offering, he will be taken to the world of Brahma. By whom? By the rays of sun. Yatra devānāṃ patireko'dhivāsaḥ. Advaithashramam. Advaithashramam is adhivasati adhivasaḥ, where one is residing. That is the place of camp, place of residence. That is adhivasaḥ. Yatra, where devānāṃ patihi. Patihi is the master or the head, or king, protector. So many meanings are pati. So here devānāṃ pati means Brahma, the first among devatas and the highest one. Of course, we can take this to mean Indra also, because Indra is devānāṃ patihi. He is the king of all devatas. So it would mean this yajamana, the offerer, he will be taken to the world of Indra or to the world of Brahma. By whom? By the rays of sun. See, when we are offering with proper mantras, proper materials in the fire during Agnihotra, it is said that offering will reach the world of sun. And from there, each and every devata will get their own share. So immediately this will reach the region of sun, and all the devatas will get their share. It is said so. Don't ask how. I don't know. And there is another aspect. So what is consumed by devatas? What devatas are getting? The subtle part of the offering. The subtle part of the offering that devatas are getting. But the offerings, not the subtle part, what we are offering with mantras, that will take the form of the rays of the sun, and they will take him to the highest world. The meaning is, what our karma is, so we will get the fruit. So one who is offering promptly, he will be taken to the higher worlds. That is the message. That is the message. So tannayantyetāḥ sūryasya raśmayo, these rays of sun will take him, him to the world of Brahma. As an effect of this karma, Agnihotra, he will reach the world of Brahma. That is the meaning. So, see, eteṣu yaścarate bhrājamāneṣu yathākālaṃ cāhutayohyādadāyan tannayantyetāḥ sūryasya raśmayo yatra devānāṃ patireko'dhivāsaḥ. Here in the Bhashya, Bhagavan Bhashyakara Shankaracharya clearly states those offerings which were offered by him will take the form of the rays of sun, And in turn, they will take him to the world of Brahma. That is, our own action are becoming or are taking back fruits, the fruits of action. So we are offering, and those offerings are taking the form of the rays of sun to take back us, to take us to the world of the higher devānāṃ. How they are taking, how they are leading? Ehihididamahudaya suvarchasa sūryasya raśmibhiryajamānam vahanti priyam vācam archayantyah eṣavah punya sukrito brahmalokaha. Ehihididamahudaya suvarchasa sūryasya raśmibhiryajamānam vahanti priyam vācam archayantyah eṣavah punya sukrito brahmalokaha. Ehi iti tam āhutayaḥ suvarchasah sūryasya raśmibhihi yajamānam vahanti priyam vācam abhivadantyah archayantyah eṣah vah punyah sukritah brahmalokaha. See, if somebody is taking us to a higher place or a higher position, he is only a messenger, or he is only a companion who is giving us company only up to that place. Sometimes he may not have entry there. He will take us to the gate. He's acting like a messenger. Like a leader. But in that journey, if he is behaving with us very roughly and rudely, our journey will not be carrying happiness. Of course, we will reach the highest world, but that is in the end. That travel will not be enjoyable. But here, see, this man, this master of karma, one who is performing Agnihotra, he is well treated in the way also. Of course, he will reach the highest world, but during his journey, that also is much enjoyable for him. It is a happy course. Why? Because these āhutayaḥ, these offerings, they are taking the form of the rays of sun, and they are asking him, Ehi, you please come, you please come. Sweetly they are talking. See? If you are appointed to a higher post, if the messenger is coming with a angry face and shouting, you are appointed, that is not a good thing. Of course, we are getting appointment in a higher post. And there we will enjoy. That is another aspect. But till joining, there is no happiness at all. He is carrying us with a long face. But here it is, suvarchasaha, with all brightness. Suvarchasaha, with all brightness, happiness. These ahutis are calling us, ehi, ehi, you please come, you please come. That means they are talking with us sweetly. In sweet language, they are talking. You come, you come. Ehi, ehi, di. Cāhutayohyādadāyan suvarchasaḥ. They are shining. They are shining. Sūryasya raśmayo yajamānam vahanti. They are carrying the master of karma. With a shining apparel, suvarchasaḥ, with all happiness, and they're talking in sweet language also. Sūryasya raśmayo. Raśmayo means by raśmis, by the rays of sun, this yajamana is being taken to the higher world. Vahanti means carry. So they are carry. He need not walk at all. He need not walk or run. He need not fly. They will carry him. So he will enjoy that. And not only that, priyam vācam abhivadantyah. They will continuously speak. But priyam vācam, sweet words, that will give happiness to those who are hearing. Priyam vācam. Those words we will feel dear to us. That is sweet words. That is most important. So they will talk sweetly. Priyam vācam, abhivadantyah, archayantyah. Not only are they speaking with sweet words, but they are worshipping him also. Archayantyah. They are worshipping. That is, they will worship you. They will talk using sweet words. And they will carry you. You need not walk or run. They will carry. And while carrying, they will talk using sweet words. And of course, they will worship you also. Oh, Eshavah punyaha sukritaha brahmalokaha. This is yours. Eshaha vaha. This is yours. But punyaha, the effect of virtuous karma, punyaha. Punya means virtue, but here the meaning is the effect of virtuous deeds. Sukritaha, well done. Punyalokaha, brahmalokaha, the world of Brahma. So you are going to the world of Brahma, and that world you got by your own karma, virtuous karma. And please enter that world. With all these words and respect, they will take us to the world of Brahma. So this is about the karma kanda. So if we are offering with all faith, and of course observing all other limbs of karma like Paurnamasyam, Darsham, Chadurmasyam, Agrayanam, Atithi Pujanam, and all such, then that Agnihotra itself will take you to the world of Brahma. And that trip also will be most enjoyable. But there are some problems. But there are some practical difficulties. What are they? What are the problems? That is explained in the next mantra, and that we will take in our next section. Namaste. So if you want to ask anything, you can ask. If I know, I will reply. And today we will have to conclude at 10:45. That is 15 minutes early. Namaste.
Namaste, Swamiji. First question is from Sri Arun Babuji.
Yeah, namaste. I have a question on the subtler difference on the subtle body and the causal body. So basically, so our understanding of subtle body consists of all four functions of mano, buddhi, chitta, ahankara, including the baggage of vasana. And causal body is the nature of the ignorance. Also, it is the cause of gross and subtler body. So the my doubt here is that when the vasana resides in subtler body, and how the causal body can prompt or manifest that inherent vasana. And the another associated question is how can we map this subconscious mind to in this context?
See, subtle body consists of senses of cognition, organs of action, and vital forces, and internal instruments. That is 5 senses of cognition, 5 organs of action, in total 10 indriyas. Then 5 pranas, like pranapana, samana, udana, vyana. And then the internal instruments that we can divide into 2 as manas and buddhi. or into four as manas, buddhi, chittam and ahankara. So all these together is called the subtle body, sukshma sharira. Or linga shariram. That is the body indicated by the karma they are doing. For example, we are thinking. So if we are thinking, there must be a faculty which is responsible for that. I am memorizing. So if I am memorizing, there must be a faculty responsible for that. I am seeing. So there must be a faculty to see. So that is linga, being indicated. Now, gross body and the subtle body are there. These are being manifested. And we are identifying ourselves with this body. To have that, there must be a cause. There must be a cause. And that we are calling by the name causal body, karana shariram. What is that? It is the ignorance with which we are identifying ourselves with the gross and subtle bodies. The absence of atmajnana. And we are passing through different states of existence. The waking, the dream, and the deep sleep. So we will connect these three states with these three bodies. So in the deep sleep state, what is the experience we are having? I was experiencing the bliss and I know nothing. I am fully unaware of all the world. So that ignorance that is causal body. It is considered so. We have to add that. It is considered so. Then comes this question. All the vasanas, that the tendencies are in the subtle body. Yes, they are stored in the subtle body. They are stored in the subtle body. So if there is no vasanas in the causal body, how we can say it is the cause of the other bodies? The reply is, vasanas are stored in the subtle body. But to have identification with that, we must have ignorance. And so that ignorance is there as the cause. Even though there is no vasana, Even though there is no vasana in the causal body, this causal body is responsible or is making the other two bodies. Actually, that use of making is not correct. I know that. It is making the identification or that superimposition. See, the experience of bliss is there in the deep sleep state. They are experiencing that. But even after experiencing that bliss, even after getting rid of all worlds and things connected with the worlds, we are not getting liberated from the clutches of ignorance or the world. And therefore, the cause of the samsara is still there. See, in the samadhi, there is the bliss. In the sushupti also there is the bliss. In the samadhi, I am alone. Sushupti also, I am alone. But the difference is that ignorance is still there in the sushupti, whereas that ignorance is burned in the state of samadhi. So ignorance is. But the subtle vasanas are not. Vasanas can stay in a subtle medium. If that medium is not there, vasanas cannot stay. So then comes a question, a very practical question. In the state of deep sleep, are there vasanas? Because in the deep sleep state, the state of deep sleep, like the sushupti, we are not experiencing this subtle body or its activities. But still, after the sushupti and after samadhi, in the state of waking, as in the waking state, we are getting memories of, I was experiencing that, or I was immersed in that. That memory is coming. As memory is coming, it is sure there are some minute, subtlest type of vrittis still there. They are not manifested as in a dream or a waking state, but still the minutest form vrittis are still remaining in the subtle body, and that trace of subtle body is, we cannot separate it, we cannot identify it, we cannot show. That part of subtle body is there even in sushupti, we cannot point it out, but still, very minutest form of that antakarana, internal instrument, that is there in the sushupti also. Otherwise, memory won't come. But it is not manifested. It is just like a trace of vritti. In the samadhi also that is. That is the state of highest concentration. Otherwise, that memory won't come. So this is a subject for deeper discussions. And this aspect is taken in detail for discussion by almost all scholars who wrote prakaranams, Vedanta prakaranams. Especially we can see a detailed discussion in the first prakarana of Panchadashi by Vidyaranya Swami. There he says, Vrittayastu tadanim Ajñātā apya atmagocharaः smaranād anumīyante vyuthidasya samuthita. That means vrittayaha tu astu tadanim, even in the state of samadhi, and of course in the sushupti, there are vrittis. Ajñātāha, they are not being recognized. But there are vrittis, and what are their nature? Atma gocharaha, they are experiencing the self. How you are saying so? Maranādanumīyante. That is being inferred as we are getting memory in our later time. So as we are getting memory later, it is inferred. It's an inference. There must be minutest vrittis even in that state. But that vritti we cannot call subtle body. It is just like some trace. It's a very complicated subject and needs much discussion and introspection. However, very good.
Just one more question was there. Where exactly that subconscious mind in this context? The term subconscious mind.
See, the term subconscious, unconscious, and all these are used by the psychologists of the present day. Of course, they can use that. There is nothing wrong. But the subconscious, we must include in the chitta. It's a part of chitta. And the unconscious also is in the chitta. That is the chitta itself will have many layers. Just as the mind. Mind have many layers. So the subconscious, The conscious level is the mind plus intellect, and the subconscious is in the chitta level, and the very base of that, the unconscious thing, that is the deepest chitta. Namaste.
Namaste. Next question is from Dr. Kamalaji.
Namaste, Swamiji.
Namaste. Namaste.
Yeah, my question is actually Vishishta Advaidam or Vishishta Advaidam. Which is the word correct? Because it is the Advaidam actually in a modified Advaidam. But Advaidam cannot have grade, Vishishtam or lower or something. So Vishishta Advaidam we should say, or Vishishta Advaidam we say.
That's a question, and how to answer that question, I don't know. I know the subject, but how to answer that? Because, see, in the common language, the common world, the word used is Vishishta-Advaita. And the followers of Vishishta-Advaitam are using that word. Ramanujacharya and the Acharya's followers, of course, great Acharya. We must worship him. And all great Acharyas we must worship. That is another aspect. But when they say it is Vishishta-Advaita, the question is, how there can be Vishishtata in Advaita? If it is Advaita, that is one without a second, how there can be Vishishtata? Eminence. If there is eminence, there must be two or more. If the truth is one without a second, how you can add Vishishta to that? So to show this is a philosophy, this is a darshana, higher than or greater than Advaita, I will call that Vishishta Advaita. Right, you can call that. But the logical question is, if you are understanding what Advaita is, how there can be Vishishtata? So in the Dvaita, there can be Vishishtata. So we can call Vishishta Dvaita. Dvaita is there. And some more specialized or some more eminent darshana is this Vishishta Dvaita. Because when it is Advaita, there cannot be any quality. Vishishtata is a quality. It's a super quality. How it can be? So if we are adding, see, if we are sure there is only one Ishvara, how you can call him the greater Ishvara? To call him greater, there must be some great, and the greatest must be there. So when we are qualified, one student appeared for an examination, only one student, then we will not say he got first rank, because there was only one student. You can say he got first class because there will be a certain limit or a certain range above which it will be considered as first class. You can say he got first class, but you cannot say he got first rank because only one student appeared. When we say first rank, there must be more than one. He is ranking 1, he is ranking 2. So in the Advaita, there cannot be Vishishtata. So that word itself, Vishishtadvaita itself, the word itself is not correct. Not correct means wrong. But we are not saying it is wrong. So let them use that. There is nothing wrong. Let them use that word. But when we think logically, there cannot be Vishishtata in Advaita. Then there are many other darshanas, Shuddha Advaita. How there can be Shuddha Advaita? Shuddha is pure. So there are two Advaitas. One is pure and the other is impure. If it is so, it is not Advaita. Advaita is one without a second. Then how you can qualify Advaita? It cannot be qualified. So this is the fact. But those who are saying this is Vishishtadvaita Namaste, that is Vishishtadvaita, of course, we are with you. Because this is not a time to quarrel in between. All the darshanas under the shade of Veda, we must respect, accept as one. Even though he is saying, I am Vishishta. No, we are one. Embrace him also. Because that is the need of the time. This is not a time for quarrels in between Dvaitis and Advaitis, Dvaitis and Vishishtadvaitis, Vishishtadvaitis and Dvaitis. No. All must stay together. Because that much difficulties we are facing. That much attacks are coming from different quarters. So we must stand united. So call it Vishishtadvaita or Vishishtadvaita. But logically, Vishishtadvaita cannot stand. This is the answer. Namaste. I think today we can conclude this and we can continue in our next. Om Bhadram Karnebhi Shrunuyama Deva Bhadram Pashye Makshabhirya Jatra Sthirairangai Stushtuvam Sastanobhir Vyashema Deva Hitam Yadayuhu Swastina Indro Vridhashravah Swastina Posha Vishwavedah Swastina Starkshyo Arishtaneme Swastina Brihaspatir Dadhatu Om Shanti 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 Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Oh.